Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Friday. It is the 3rd of May 2024. Good luck the stakes action here on day 2 of the Belmont at the Big A meeting. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And remember to go check out my Kentucky Oaks preview, which is live right now. And also tomorrow for my Derby preview, and also tomorrow for my Guineas preview from Newmarket. So we have some good classics tomorrow, so I hope you join me for that. But, good card today from Aqueduct. We'll be looking at races 3 and 8. The third race from Aqueduct, it is the Sheepshead Bay Stakes. It's a grade 3 event going for a purse $200,000. Race for fillies, mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. 5 good quality horses are going to the inner turf course, the distance of ground of 2,200 meters, or a mile 3/8 on the Aqueduct inner turf course. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the number 4 horse McCulloch, 4-5-1-2 for me in the superfecta, 4-5-1-2 super, top selection of 4 horse McCulloch, this 5-year-old mare by Frankel. Chad Brown trains, Manny Franco gets on this one for the first time, replacing Irad, who's riding in Kentucky respectively today. The horse's most recent ad came the grade 3 Orchid at Gulfstream, mile and a half on the 30th of March, and this horse won by a half a length that day. Only had 5 other rivals that day, but she stalked all the way around the race course. She got the lead. She was drifting late, but she got the job done. A very good race. Coming here to Aqueduct, where she's run very well in the past, I'm going to give her another shot to win. 2 back, she ran the Breeders' Cup Filly Mare Turf at Santanita, a mile and a quarter, 4th in November. She just didn't get the trip. She finished 12th by 6 3/4 lengths that day. She had a wide trip early on, then got over, and early on in most of the race, and she just got beat by better European horses on the day. It wasn't her day to win, but before that, she was pretty perfect in the season. She won the way on this very boggy turf course in October over the mile 3/8 quite nicely by 2 lengths and 2:20 flat. Slow time, but she flew home clear late. She placed in the Flower Bowl Saratoga over the mile 3/8 where she just couldn't catch Parnack, who had the jump on this one, but this horse ran her hard out there. And then the Glen Falls, she actually beat Warlike Goddess, who was the next start winner. This horse just had the jump on her late and really took off clear. Come back here to Aqueduct. Like I said, she likes this turf course. She won the way here in the fall, and 2 falls ago she won the Jockey Club Oaks on this turf course quite easily over this distance of ground. Training well pacing, 4-5. I'm going to use her on the ticket. The 5 horse Lamina for Vincent Chiminade and Christophe Clement win also. And that Orchid Stakes, she finished 3rd by 1 3/4 length. She had a bit of a drop trip where she had to check a few times and a little bit wide, but she was gaining late. Her races in France before that, where she was seeing soft ground, she ran okay, but she wants to get the lightning fast ground like she saw last time at Gulfstream. Turf course, we're not getting a lot of rain this week here in New York. This turf course should be lightning fast. I think she could get the trip to win. Also, some of those horseshoes facing in France in the fall last year were quite tough horses. So watch out for this horse here today, also in the pick 4. That begins with this race, or the previous race, whatever we decide to play. But to recap my selection for the 3rd from Aqueduct, it's the grade 3 Sheepshead Bay. Gonna take the 4 horse McCulloch, give kudos to the 5 horse Lamina, 4-5-1-2 super, 4-5 in the multi-race, and let's get to the co-featured 8th race now from Aqueduct, a race that used to be always run here at Aqueduct, and then about 20 years ago they moved it to Belmont. But the 8th race, a local prep race for the Metropolitan Handicap, the 8th race, it's the Westchester Stakes. It's a grade 3 event going for a $175,000 purse, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. 7 good quality horses are going 1,600 meters or a mile here in the Westchester. I'm going to go take a shot with the number 7 horse Charge It, 7-3-4-6 for me in the superfecta, 7-3-4-6 super, top selection 7 horse Charge It. This 5-year-old horse by Tappet here, Tom Pletcher trains, Kendrick Harmouche gets the mount. The horse's most recent appearance came in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile at Santanita, a mile on the 4th of November, and he finished 4th by 10 1/4 lengths that day, and he just never really got going. He stalked all the way around the racetrack. Cody's Wish had the jump on him. National Treasure was the next start winner, ran a terrific place that day. This horse just wasn't getting into it. Biggest question with him, can he run outside of Belmont Park? His 2 best races have come at Belmont, but since then, hasn't really shown up a lot, outside of Belmont. He ran the Woodward at Aqueduct here in the fall of the mile and 8th, where he finished 4th by 5 1/4 lengths on the inside. He just never really got going. Also, Johnny lost his whip at the 16th pole. What can you do? And then in the Whitney, he finished 4th by 10 lengths that day. He was wide. He moved a little bit late, but it wasn't anything spectacular. But at Belmont, in the Suburban over the mile and a quarter, 8th of July, he won by 4 3/4 lengths, and basically from a tracking trip, he was a little bit wide, but he really took off clear. And then the Metropolitan Handicap, his only defeat probably at Belmont, he finished 4th by 5 1/4 lengths. He was a little bit wide and just couldn't quicken up against those tougher horses. But, he won the Dwyer in 2022 at Belmont by 23 lengths, taking off clear. And, after that, he won his return race at Gulfstream last winter and had a decent place in the Gulfstream Park Mile. I think a 1-turn mile is what he wants to do. He's proven he can run off the bench. Fletcher has good numbers off the bench, training well Palm Beach. Let's give him a shot on the ticket. I think the 3-horse here, Messier, could get a trip also for Jose Gomez and Dick Dutro. He shouldn't have been disqualified in the Excelsior where he was just wide, and he did come in a little bit, but he should have been disqualified that day. He had decent places before that, Allure over the mile 16th. I think another horse getting to a mile trip is what he wants to do. I'll give him a shot on the ticket, and also watch out for the 4-horse Post Time. His Carter handicap where he was nearly drifted into the grandstand, he gamed it down to the wire. Very good race that day, minus the drifting of Super Child that day. Still a terrific run. His General George was incredible. His Jennings was incredible. He's a decent horse. He's only lost once. That came at Keeneland in the Perryville in the fall, but other than that, he's been pretty perfect. Coming back to a mile trip, I'll give him a shot here to even money, but this race is a little bit tougher than some of the other horses he's been facing, but watch out for him here today. But to recap my selection for the 8th from Belmont, the Big A, it's the grade 3 Westchester. Going to take the 7-horse Charge as a top selection. We'll give kudos to the 3-horse Messier and the 4-horse Post Time, 7346 Super, 734 in the multi-race. So good luck to all, and remember, go check out my Kentucky Oaks and Derby preview videos, which will be live very soon. Good luck, everyone.